Do you want to learn, enjoy, understand, and apply the beauty of basic engineering and scientific mathematics? That's the questions I would like to ask you. If that is the question that click in your mind for so many years or so many months or several days, the right answer is this is a place where you can get the correct answer and the accurate answer of your desire. So my name is OLENJOLAI&NEK TAYAI. Simply just call me OLENJOLAI. I thank God by His fresh anointing. He has called me and anointed me to be His national and international teacher who has a responsibility to teach ordinary diploma student. Currently, I'm using the syllabus and curriculums of United Republic of Tanzania, and I'm focusing on training and teaching ordinary diploma students who are pursuing different engineering and scientific programs in different institutions, colleges, and universities. So that is what we are doing, and the place if you are a student of ordinary diploma in engineering, different in any engineering or scientific program, you're warmly welcome. This is the right place. If you're a parent or a guardian or a sponsor who is watching these programs and then you would like to take advantage of this program, then this is the right place for you to take advantage of this content. So I would like to welcome you into one of our online institutions that called the Online Diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania, in square bracket OLENJOLAM. Simultaneously, I would like to welcome you into one of our official YouTube channel that called Online Diploma Polyinstitute of Tanzania, in square bracket OLENJOLAM. Remember, the first name is the name of our Online Diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania, in square bracket OLENJOLAM. And then the second name is the name of our official YouTube channel, which we are using right now to publish videos worldwide, and you can access our contents through the power of the internet at any time and anywhere. I'm a Tanzanian, and this is our national flag. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all the international and ordinary diploma students or in other levels that can take advantage of these contents. So, what vision do we have in Online Diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania? That's a very important question that you are asking yourself, and would like to answer that question effectively to you. So, we are here in order to help you on learning the beauty of what the vision we have in our mind is. We are here in order to teach, train, and incubate some ordinary diploma students who would like to take advantage of who like to take advantage of extracting knowledge, understanding, wisdom from the classroom instructions in fundamental course or modules or in fundamental programs, means even in the core modules, and combine it with the knowledge, understanding, and wisdom that you are going to teach them, so extract it from the Word of God written in the Holy Bible in order to solve real-life problems. I know possibly that you are first year ordinary diploma students. We like to take this opportunity to welcome you into the beauty of or into the ordinary level education. Stay tuned and then stay focused, and welcome to take advantage of these contents as well as you can. So, what problems are we solving? According to my research of more than 6 years, when I was at the Dar es Salaam Institute of Technology, I realized that so many ordinary diploma students fail to understand different modules or courses of fundamental mathematics, or we call it applied basic engineering and scientific mathematics, because of the different reasons and different challenges. So these students have been encountering so many challenges, and there are different reasons that make them to fail to understand, and they end on failing, on having absconding, supplementary, and even discontinuous because of their failure in final exams or continuous assessment of any module or any course of mathematics, which you call applied mathematics in engineering and science. So here I am I'll be teaching you what I know about basic engineering and scientific mathematics. I'll be using different teaching aids that God has been teaching me for more than 10 years. And I'll be teaching different teaching approach. I will be simplifying, I'll be taking the complex concepts and simplify them, make simpler and simpler so that slow learner, intermediate learner, and faster learner, ordinary diploma students can take advantage of this. Remember that we know the high percentage in Tanzania, more than 70%, almost 70% of ordinary diploma students are graduate from ordinary secondary education. And possibly that 30% are graduate from advanced secondary education. So we'll be taking in consideration this the new concept or every concept as we are teaching for the first time. We'll never neglect those students from ordinary secondary education because of those students of advanced secondary education. So we'll be taking advantage, we'll make sure ourselves that in every session or in every lecture, we are helping every category of ordinary diploma student, because even those who have come from advanced education, they have forgotten those concepts because they have learned it so many years ago. So I would like to spend a couple of the minutes to present to you how you can register yourself permanently in OLPITO. OLPITO is abbreviations of Online Diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania Square Bracket OLENJOLAI. The first step, if you don't have an email, then we ask you to create or open an email address. Then the second step, after you've created your email, remember your password and username. Then we ask you to sign in YouTube by your email. Then the third step, we ask you to search OLPITO in YouTube. But don't write OLPITO because it's not there. What should you write? Just copy and paste our official YouTube channel name that's called Online Diploma Polyinstitute of Tanzania in square bracket OLENJOLAI. Once you search, you'll see round buttons which contain a national flag of Tanzania, that's TZ flag. And then beside it, you'll find a text called the written Online Diploma Polyinstitute of Tanzania square bracket OLENJOLAI. You see the number of videos. We thank God by His own grace, we've right now published more than 100 videos of ordinary diploma. And then also you see the number of subscribers on our YouTube channel. So we ask you to click this round button, click it once. And once you click it, you're already in OLPITO. So OLPITO, you're already in OLPITO. So OLPITO, you're already in our Online Diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania in square bracket OLENJOLAI. So when you are there, you will see the top horizontal bar that written home, videos, playlist, community, channel, and about. So just look a button which has been written subscribe. Once you see that button which has been written subscribe, we ask you to click it once. And after you click it once, then the word will change into subscribed, and the icon of the bell will appear. Icon of the bell will appear. Click this icon of the bell and choose option of all. Choose options of what? Of all. Afterward, so just 3 steps for you to register yourself permanently. Click this button subscribe only once, and then click the icon of the bell. So I'm repeating the steps. Click icon of the bell once, and then choose options of all. So 3 steps. And then from there, you have already registered yourself permanently in Online Diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania in square bracket OLENJOLAI. So that's the process, and that's the step or that's the stage that you have to take into consideration. So why should you subscribe? Well, we have a vision of recording and publishing free of charge videos about basic engineering and scientific mathematics of more than 300. So every day we are publishing at least 1 video in our YouTube channel. So take advantage of that, and then keep enjoying the beauty of basic engineering and scientific mathematics. So again, we ask you, so in order for you to access our contents in an organized and systematic way, we ask you to click the playlist and find the playlist written trigonometry for ordinary diploma. So trigonometry for OD. Trigonometry for OD, because we have trigonometry also for ordinary, for the Form 4, for the Form 3. So trigonometry for ordinary diploma, because you have different playlists if you visit our other YouTube channel. So, but simply just visit into trigonometry, because we have only single trigonometry for ordinary trigonometry. So when you visit the playlist written trigonometry, you'll find our organized lectures of trigonometry as the first topic of the module or course called Trigonometry, Vectors and Complex Number for NTA level 4, or for the first year, right? First year, ordinary diploma students, so OD in engineering. Okay, so again, we know that you are going to enjoy our content. So click the icons of share to share the video link, this video link to other students or parents via the social media such as Facebook, WhatsApp, email, Telegram, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, etc. in order for them to take advantage of the content that we are creating. So I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you, Departments of Basic Engineering and Scientific Mathematics. The module or the course of the day is called Trigonometry, Vectors and Complex Numbers. These contents we are creating or we dedicate into the first year ordinary diploma in engineering or ordinary diploma in what? In science. So this we call these abbreviations of what? Ordinary diploma in engineering. So ordinary diploma in engineering and ordinary diploma in science courses. For example, ordinary diploma in biotechnology. So NTA level 4 of NTA. So it's the first thing, and we are in chapter 1 that called trigonometry. The first subtopic is called trigonometric function or trigonometric function, and this is lecture 3. So we are done with lecture 2. You have to go through lecture 00, your introductions of trigonometry, vectors and complex number, and then you have to go also onto lecture 4, onto the lecture 2, lecture 1 and 2, before you come into lecture 3. Okay? So, if that's the case, we say that, ladies and gentlemen, right now, let us go into the today's session. So, in previous session, we taught you, or in previous lecture, so the quick review of what? Of lecture 2. Of lecture 2, which are titled as arc lengths. So, we talked about arc lengths of a cycle, so arc lengths, and we say that arc lengths, it is the cycle with center O, and then this is maybe radius of the cycle, so this is what we call the arc lengths. So this is what we call the arc lengths. So this is what we call the arc lengths. So this is arc lengths. Okay, so again we taught you another concept that we call it area of what? Of the sector. So area of the sector is the regions bounded by the two radii and what? And arc lengths. So area of the sector, for example, for this cycle, we say that we taught you how you can find area of the sector, and we found its formula. So its formula was area of the sector. Let me just check, I forgot it. Area of sector, it is a half. So it's a half radius squared and theta, but theta should be in radian. Then we taught you about area of segment of the cycle. Segment of the cycle. So area of the segment of the cycle, we say that if you have a cycle like this, and this is the center, and this is the radius, and this is the radius. So radius of the cycle, this is center O, and here we have a triangle. So this is what we call the segment. This is what we call the segment of the cycle. So this is segment of the cycle. So I told you we derived the general formula for finding area of the segment as a half r squared theta minus sine of theta, like this. That's what we covered in lecture 2. So today we are teaching you very important concept that called the trigonometry function. Say with me, So stay with me. Trigonometric function. Trigonometric function. Trigonometric function. Trigonometric function. Trigonometric function. So we have a question. What is trigonometric function? That's the fundamental question that we have. This is question 1. Pause the video and ask yourself, what is a function? Because we are teaching you by using a technique that we call active learning. What is trigonometric function? I found one interesting definition for ordinary diploma student. So trigonometric function or trigonometric functions are the functions. So trigonometric function are the function, are the relation. Simply trigonometric function as a relation, as the relations between, these are the relation between any two of the three sides of a triangle. So trigonometric function are the relation between any two of the three sides of 40 of a triangle. Are the definitions, are the relations. What are the trigonometric function, or what is trigonometric function? Trigonometric function is a relationship between any two of the three sides of the triangle. That's in plural. Right? It's a relation between, so because we've been asked in singular, so we have to eliminate this s. So trigonometric function are the relation between, but this is plural, trigonometric function. So trigonometric function are the relations between any two of the three sides, any two of the three sides of 40 of a triangle. Those are the keywords. These relations are the ratios of the two sides. These relations are the ratio. So we take as the ratios of the two sides. As the relations of these relations are the ratios of the two sides. Of the two sides of the right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. So these relations are the ratios of the two sides of 40 of the right angled triangle. Of the right angled triangle. Of the right angled triangle. So these relations are the ratios of the two sides of the right angled triangle. Called the right angled triangle, called your trigonometric ratio. Trigonometric ratio. Trigonometric ratios. Or in other words, you call T ratio. T ratios. So these relations between two sides and two sides of the three sides of the triangle. So these relations are the ratios. Are the ratios. Told you about these types of what? Of trigonometry. trigonometric function. Trigonometric function. So you say that in mathematics there are two categories of trigonometric functions. The first category is fundamental. We call it fundamental trigonometric function. Fundamental trigonometric function. Then the second one, we have also other trigonometric function. As a trigonometric function. So let us start with the first category. Fundamental trigonometric function. This is what we taught you. Fundamental trigonometric function in O-level. Taught you about this. Three fundamental trigonometric functions, which are sine, cosine, and what? Sine, cosine, and the tangent. So you say that there are three fundamental functions. Fundamental function of what? Of fundamental trigonometric function of trigonometry. These are, the first one we call it sine function. Second one we call it cosine. And the third one we call it tangent. Three fundamental trigonometric functions: sine, cosine, and tangent. So, because we say that these relations are the ratios of the two sides of the right angle triangle, so let me remind you how we define sine as one of the fundamental trigonometric functions. So, consider right angle triangle below. So consider right angle triangle below. This is the right angle. So this is A, B, C. Possibly that this is our angle. So we say that this is figure 3.1. So these are the sides, three sides of the triangle. So you say that sine of angle theta, we find it by using opposite of angle theta, which in short you call it op of what? Of a hypotenuse. Hypotenuse of what? Of the triangle, which is high. Okay? So suppose that This is A, side A, this is side B, and this is side C. Okay? So, simply we say that sine of theta is a ratio of the two sides, which is opposite. The opposite of this angle is this side. This side, side AB, is opposite of the angle theta. Over what? Side AC is adjacent of angle theta. Side AC is opposite of 40 of angle theta. So in terms of sides, this is equal to A over B. So this is how we define the fundamental function that we call the sine. Again, a definition of what, so that is, so here we've been talking about sine. So second, let us talk about cosine, and then we'll teach about what other trigonometric functions, which are reciprocal trigonometric function, reciprocal fundamental trigonometric function. We have cosine. So you say that from figure 3.1, we say that cosine, which is equal to cosine of angle theta, is equal to adjacent of the triangle, which is RG, of what? Hypotenuse, which is HB, height. So from this right angle triangle, the adjacent of angle theta, it is side BC over side AC. And this is equal to what? Side BC, it's B. Then side AC, it's C. Okay? So that is. So this is the definition of cosine of angle theta. It is adjacent of the triangle of hypotenuse of the triangle. Let me remind you about tangent. You are ordinary diploma student, so we just remind you. So you say that from figure 3.1, we define that tangent of angle theta is formed by the ratio. Okay. So let me just repeat quickly about what I've been teaching you, because today's lecture is all about trigonometric functions. We say that in mathematics you have fundamental trigonometric function and other trigonometric function that I'll teach you in this lecture also. So in this lecture I'll teach about fundamental trigonometric function and other trigonometric function, which we call them reciprocal or fundamental trigonometric function, and I will teach you how you can solve some simple trigonometrical function, some simple trigonometric function by using just the fundamental, or by using definition, normal definitions, or by using fundamental trigonometric function and other trigonometric function. So we say that there are only three fundamental functions of the trigonometry. The first one is called sine, the second one is called the cosine, and the third one is called the tangent. So we began with sine. So all of these three fundamental trigonometric functions are defined in the right angle triangle. Consider right angle triangle ABC here. And then we say that sine of angle theta is opposite. This is just a review. It's opposite of the angle theta, which is ACB over what? Hypotenuse, which is AC. So in terms of side is A over C. Again, okay. So cosine of angle theta is the ratio of adjacent side of the angle of right angle triangle to over hypotenuse of the right angle triangle. So in terms of the side cosine of angle theta, it is BC over AC, which is B over C. Then tangent, at the said fundamental function. Tangent of an angle is defined as ratio between opposite of the angle of the right angle triangle to the adjacent of the angle of the right angle triangle. So from what in figure 3.1, the opposite is side AB and side BC, or side A over B. Again, we can find relationship between all the three fundamental functions. And the relationship between all the three fundamental functions, we say that tan theta is equal to tan theta over cos theta. What is sin theta in terms of the side? It is side A over B over C, A over C. What is cosine theta in terms of the side? It is B over C. So we divide it. When we divide fractions, we have to replace the division sign or division operations with multiplication. If you multiply and simplify, you get A over B. So tangent of angle theta is equal to sin theta over cos theta. Wonderful. So if that's the case and this is the fact, then we say, okay, it's a good news. Right now, we know the three fundamental functions, trigonometrical function, and also we know the relationship between three trigonometrical functions. So remember that the relationship between three trigonometrical functions, tan of angle theta is equal to sin theta over, remember this formula, my dear student of ordinary diploma. So it's equal to sine of angle theta over cosine of angle theta. So this is the formula that you have to remember. So then, let me teach you about other trigonometric function. Trigonometric function. Trigonometric function. So the other three trigonometric function are obtained as the reciprocal of the three fundamental trigonometric function. So these are, the first one is called the secant. Say secant. This is new. We didn't teach you in ordinary secondary education level or in middle school. Then the second one is called the cosecant. This is the heart of this lecture 3. And then the third one is called the cotangent. Cotangent. So secant is abbreviation is sec. And then cosecant is abbreviations is cosec. And cotangent, its abbreviations is cot. So these are the new trigonometrical functions, which also are ratios of 40, ratios of sides of the right angled triangle, ratios of the two sides of the right angled triangle. But how do we find this? We find this by taking reciprocal of the three fundamental trigonometrical functions. So we just reverse. So for example, For this case, we had sine of angle theta is opposite over hypotenuse. If you find reciprocal of this function, then we find that the reciprocal of this function, which is 1 over sin theta, is equal to hypotenuse over the opposite. So remember that these other 3 trigonometrical functions are also ratios of the 2 of n, or ratios of the 2 sides of the 3 sides of the right-angled triangle. Wonderful. So let me teach you about these 3 new functions for ordinary diploma students. The first one we call the second. What is second? What is second? Right? So we say that second is the reciprocal is the reciprocal of what? Of cosine. So second is the reciprocal of what? Of cosine. Second is the reciprocal of what? Of cosine. So second of angle theta, which is the theta, this is equal to 1, reciprocal of cosine is 1 over cos theta. In terms of the sides, this is 1. Remember that cos of theta, it was adjacent over hypotenuse. If you divide, then you find that sec theta is a reciprocal of cosine of angle theta, and also it's a ratio of hypotenuse of the right angle triangle over adjacent of the right angle triangle. Just the fact you have to remember for the rest of your life. It's not mandatory that the angle should be theta, even if the angle will be maybe the angle A. Then sec of A is still reciprocal of cos A, and still it's the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle over adjacent of the right angle triangle. Okay, that's all about the second. Number 2, cosecant. Say with me cosecant, which its abbreviations is cosec. What is cosecant? What is cosecant? If you ask yourself, you can pause this video and then ask yourself what is cosecant. So we say that cosecant of an angle is a reciprocal of what? Of sine of an angle, of the angle. So that's the definitions of what? Of cosecant. Cosec, reciprocal of sine, you have to remember that. Cosecant, reciprocal, cosec, reciprocal of cosine, and cosecant, reciprocal of what? Of sine of the angle. Don't confuse this term. This is reciprocal of cosine, reciprocal of sine, reciprocal of tangent. So, we say that cosec of angle theta, this is equal to what? Reciprocal of sine of angle theta. And this one, we say that it's 1 over sine. What is sine? Sine is opposite of a hypotenuse. So in terms of the side, cosec of angle theta, its hypotenuse over opposite. That's the definition. So cosec of angle theta, it's a reciprocal of sine of angle theta, which is equal to hypotenuse over opposite. That the fact, help remember it for the rest of your life. Even if the angle is not theta, the same definition. Then we have the 30 trigonometric function, which is called the cotangent. In short, we call it cot. What is cotangent? Cotangent or cot, we say that is a reciprocal of what? Of tangent of an angle. So it's a reciprocal of tangent of an angle. For that case, say that cot of angle theta is equal to 1 over tangent of angle theta. In terms of side, tangent of angle theta is equal to opposite of the angle of the right angle triangle over adjacent of the right angle triangle. So this is adjacent of the right angle triangle over opposite of the right angle triangle. So then this is cot of angle theta, which is equal to 1 over tangent of angle theta, and this is adjacent over opposite. So that the right definitions of what of cotangent of an angle. Another fact that I'll teach you, there's a relationship between what? There's a relationship between cotangent, cosine, and the sine. So relationship between what? Relationship between sine, cosine, and what? And cotangent. For the relationship. Here it's a relationship. We said cotangent of angle theta is equal to reciprocal of tangent of angle theta. But I told you, tangent of angle theta is equal to tan theta over cos theta. So substitute this into this equation. So we say cotangent of angle theta is equal to 1. What is tangent of angle theta as a function of sin theta and cos theta? It is sin theta over cos theta. What is this? So this is equal to what? 1 divided by sin theta over cos theta. This is equal to 1 times what? Cos theta over sin theta. So for tangent of angle theta, this is equal to cosine of angle theta over sine of angle theta. This is the expression that we have. So remember that these are very important trigonometrical functions that we are going to use them effectively. Throughout of this topic of trigonometry. And even later on, we'll be using this trigonometrical function in calculus. We'll be using this trigonometrical function in complex numbers. We'll be using this trigonometrical function in hyperbolic function. Okay, but in the hyperbolic function we'll be having some other function. But we'll be using, remember that we'll be using this trigonometric function in differentiation, in integration, in differential equation, in complex numbers, in vectors, because we'll be having cosine rule, same rule. So we'll be using this trigonometric function in different applications of physics, in different applications of engineering. So this trigonometric function, these 6 trigonometric functions are very important for every ordinary diploma student, and even for every undergraduate students who is taking different programs, or if taking any programs in engineering or any program in science, for example, biotechnology, ordinary diploma in biotechnology, or ordinary diploma in food and nutrition. You have those courses or those programs in different institutions. I'm using the syllabus and curriculums of the Western Institute of Technology as a reference syllabus, so you have the advantage. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to teach you about, examples, or it means that some problems that we use this trigonometrical function to solve them. The first problem that I would like to solve, and this is, so example 3, let's say 3. Suppose, I don't remember exactly at which number of example did we end in the previous session, but let me suppose this, we ended in example 6. So example 7, we want to solve this problem without using identities of trigonometric function. So we have to use what I taught you in this lecture to solve this problem. In a right-angled triangle, below, find the value of what? Find the value of 3 tan theta. Find the value of 3 tan theta plus what? 5 cosine of angle theta. Okay? So you say that in a right angle triangle below, find the value of 3 tan theta plus 5 cosine of angle theta. So you'll be given a right angle triangle. So in right triangle, so this is the right angle triangle. I think that let me use a ruler to draw straight lines. I recommend for you also to use a ruler. So this is our right angle triangle. So in a right angle triangle below, find the value of 3 tan theta. Tan is a third fundamental trigonometric function. And cosine is a second trigonometric fundamental function. So this is our right angle triangle. So this is angle A, this is angle B, this is angle C. Then this is angle theta. and this is 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter, and here we have 60 centimeter. So in the right angle triangle below, find the values of 3 times tan theta plus 5 cos theta. So this is the expression. You have to find the value of it by using the concept that I've told you. Okay, so ladies and solution of this example. Okay, it's a kind of the concept. It's a trick because if you're not familiar, you can be using different concepts of what can be using different concept of maybe cosine rule or different trigonometric identities. But the issue is you have to think differently and you have to use always the simplest way of solving a problem. So you can pause the video and then try to solve that questions yourself by applying the concept that I have taught you in lecture 3 from the beginnings to the end. These questions is actual testing your level of understanding about trigonometrical function. We have a right angle triangle, and then we have 2 fundamental trigonometrical functions. So you can try in the rough of paper or in the piece of rough paper before you continue watching this video, and do the corrections by watching how I solve example 7. So try it. So my dear ordinary diploma students, I believe that you have enjoyed your active learning. You have tried this question, and I guess that you have got the right answer by following the steps that I've been teaching you in previous lectures. So let us do correction together. Solution. So in order to solve this problem, first of all, we have to use the concepts of ratios or T ratios, so we call it just the ratios of the sides. We have tangent, we have to recall that first of all, so it means that the first step, we say that recall definition of what? Of cosine of angle theta. So cosine of angle theta, this is actual, it's a ratio of adjacent of the right angle triangle to the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle. So that is cosine of angle theta. So for this case, the cosine of the triangle, the adjacent of this angle is side BA, is side what? BA or AB over side what? Over side what? AC or CA. So we can find the cosine of this triangle. But again, the given equation will be given another trigonometric function which is fundamental, it's tangent of angle theta. This is, we get it from the ratio of opposite of the right angle triangle, ratio of the opposite of the right angle triangle to what? To adjacent of the right angle triangle. So for the triangle ABC, we say that the opposite of the opposite of the angle is side BC over side what? Over side AB or BN. So that's the tangent of angle theta. Do we know BA or AB? Yes, AB is given as 60 centimeter. Do we know AC? Yeah. Do we know BC? No, it's not. It's a no. Do we know the length of what? The length of AB or the distance between point A and B? Yeah, it is 6 centimeter. So according to this demand of the one side of one unknown side of the right angle triangle, then we go to the second step. So the second step, we say that recall Pythagoras. Recall Pythagoras. Recall Pythagoras theorem. Recall Pythagoras theorem and apply to find side what? Side BC. To find side BC. So the Pythagoras theorem state that a square plus b square is equal to c square. What is a square? So a square, a and b are the sides of 40, where they are the two sides that make a right angle of 90 degrees. So for this case, side a, suppose side a is bc square plus what? Side b, which is base of the right angle triangle, it's what? It's AB square is equal to C, which is AC square. What are we looking for? We have to find what? We have to find length of what? Of side BC. So side BC, if you make the subject, this is equal to side AC square minus side AB square. So side BC, this is equal to square root of what? Of AC square minus what? AB square. Right? So side BC, this is equal to what? Square root of what? Side AC. What is AC? AC, it's 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter square. Minus what? Side AB. AB, it is 60 centimeters square. So this will make what? 10 centimeter square is equal to 100 centimeter square. 6 centimeter square is equal to 36 centimeter square. So side BC, this is equal to what? Under root of what? Of 64 centimeter square. And this is 8 centimeter. So the length of side BC is 8 centimeter. So the length of side BC is 8 centimeter. Our interest is not to find the length BC. Our interest is to find the value of this function, right? So if that's the case, then we say that we go for the third step. Third step, we say that evaluate cosine of angle theta. Cosine of angle theta, as we say, this is ratio of adjacent side of the triangle over hypotenuse side of the triangle. So adjacent side of the triangle, for this triangle, it's what? 6 centimeter. Then hypotenuse of the triangle, it's 10 centimeter. So centimeter and centimeter cancel. So this makes 0.6. Okay. So cosine of angle theta is equal to 0.6. This is equation 2. Where is the equation 1? So let 3 tan theta plus what? 5 cos theta to be equation 1. Okay, so we go for the first step. The first step, we say that let us evaluate what? The value of tangent of angle theta. So tangent of angle theta, this is equal to what? Tangent. It's opposite of what? Over adjacent of the triangle. What the opposite of this right angle triangle? Opposite of the right angle triangle is side BC, which we found as 8 centimeter over, no, not over hypotenuse, of adjacent. Adjacent is 16 centimeter. So centimeter and centimeter cancel. We simplify by what? By 2, it's 4 over 3. So, ladies and gentlemen, we say tangent of angle theta of the right angle triangle is 4 over 3. This is equation 3. So, we go to the fifth step. Fifth step, we say that substitute equation 2 and the equation 3 into equation 1. Equation 1 states that 3 tan of angle theta plus what? Plus 5 cosine of angle theta. So if you substitute the values, you say that this is equal to 3 tan of angle theta, which is 4 over 3 plus coefficient of 5 times cosine of angle theta, which is what? 0.6, or simply it is 3 over 5. So 3 tan of angle theta plus 5 cosine of angle theta. If you simplify this, 3 and 3 cancel. This is 4 plus 5 and 5 cancel. 3, the answer is 7. Therefore, the response for the given question, 3 times tan of theta plus 5 cosine of angle theta is equal to 7. That's the response. All right. Check your try. Did you get the final response as 7? If you get the final response as 7, congratulations. If you didn't manage to get the answer of the expressions as 7, don't be disappointed. We learn from mistakes. Take it as advantage, do correction, and check where you have done a mistake so that you cannot repeat the same mistake in future. Right? Let us go into the next example, which is example 8. And after example 8, I will give you the homework. So example 8. Okay. So this also is concept. You have to be careful with this trick with trigonometric these questions are of trigonometric. Given that 1 over cosine of angle theta plus cosine of angle theta is equal to 5 over 2. Then compute what? Sec square of theta minus cos of theta divided by sec square theta plus cos of theta, where the range of cos is from -1 less than or equal to cos of theta less than or equal to 1. That's the problem. You have to use the trigonometric function. Yes, you have to use the concept I told you of what? Only 4 trigonometric function. Cosine, sine, tangent in case that is necessary. But there you just use 2 fundamental trigonometric function and 1 reciprocal trigonometric function. So we'll be given that 1 over cos of theta plus cos theta is equal to 5,2. We have a responsibility to use it to compute sec square theta minus cos theta over sec square theta plus cos theta, where -1 less than or equal to cos theta less than or equal to 1. That's the business that we have, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, as a serious online ordinary diploma student, you can pause a video and try to solve this question in the piece of paper as rough paper before you watch the solution that we are going to solve it together. Do it right now. In case you have any questions about trigonometric function, about lecture series, ask in the comment section, please, and give us the feedback that you're enjoying this content, from which institution, from which college, right? From which university, from which country, from which continent. Tell us in the comment section for us to be encouraged about the spread of this message or distribution system that this message has spread right now to change the life of millions of ordinary diploma students. So try it right now. Try to solve example 8 yourself. Okay, I think that you finished to try. So let us go and do correction. For you, it's correction. For me, just I have to solve it, right? So, solution. The first step, you say that simplify what? Simplify the given expression, which is 1 over cos theta plus what? Plus cos theta is equal to 5 over 2. How? So the simplification, we say that first of all, 1 over cos theta plus what? Cos theta over 1, this is equal to 5 over 2. Find the lowest common multiple between cos theta and 1. So the lowest common multiple is cosine of theta. Then cosine of theta times 1, it's cos of theta plus what? Cosine of theta over 1 is cosine of theta times cos theta. This will make cos square theta. This is equal to 5 over 2. The next step, we cross multiplication. When you cross multiplication, we have 5 times cosine of angle theta is equal to 2 times what? Cosine of angle theta plus what? 2 cos square of angle theta. So you have to keep on simplifying this expression. How? So the technique that we have to consider, we have to formulate a quadratic equation. So simply we can rewrite this equation as 2 cosine square of theta plus what? Plus 2 cosine of angle theta. This is equal to what? 5 times what? Cosine of angle theta. Excuse me. So cos theta, made a mistake. Made a mistake in this part. The LCM of this fraction is cosine angle theta. Take cosine of angle theta over cosine of angle theta, it's 1. 1 times 1 is 1 plus. Take cosine of angle theta over 1 is cosine of angle theta times cosine of angle theta. This will make cos square theta, and this is 5 over 2. So let us cross multiplication. So in cross multiplication, then we have what? 5 times cosine of angle theta. This is equal to what? 2 1 plus what? Plus cos square theta. So this is 5 cosine of m theta. 2 times 1 is 2. Then this is 2 cos square of m theta. So we can rewrite this equation as 2 cos square of m theta plus 2 is equal to 5 cosine of m theta. So 2 cos square of m theta minus 5 cos of m theta plus 2 is equal to 0. So here we have formulated a quadratic equation. So it's a quadratic equation. So the second step, we can let cosine of m theta for u as what is equal to x. So here we are going to have 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. So third step, solve what? Solve the quadratic equation by using graphical method, by using scientific calculator to find the value of x. So the value of x, the good news that we have also online diploma library where you can order the original scientific calculator. We have number 1 and number 2 for the function 991 MS, which is made by Casio company. So number 1, it's costing only 55,000 Tanzania shillings, and number 2 costs 35,000 Tanzania shillings. How can you order this original scientific calculator and just a duplicate of it, which is for the business purpose, in any institution, college or university in Tanzania, or in any regions that is located in any regions among set of 1 regions of Tanzania, you have to send the SMS of your order through that telephone number 0759745331, and then we'll make a call in order to accomplish this business and equip you all our online ordinary diploma students with relevant material for them to use them effectively. So just to go into mode, press first time, second time, third time, and then choose a question. This is degree. So how many degrees are there? 2. What the coefficient of A? The coefficient of A is 2. Then what the coefficient of B? It is -5. Then what the coefficient of C? It is 2. So then the first value of X is 2. And the second value of X is what? Is a half or 0.5. But what was X? So X was cosine. So the first value of cosine of theta is 2. The second value of cosine of theta is what? Is a half. If that's the case, then we have to go back into the third condition, or into the condition of the equation. The value of cosine should be ranging between -1 and the +1. So let us check. So the first step, we say that check the values of what? Of cosine of cos theta if they are within the range. If they are within the range, which is -1 less than or equal to cos theta less than or equal to 1. So we have cosine is equal to 2. So we say that cosine is equal to 2. Cosine of m theta is equal to 2 is outside of the range. Outside of -1 less than or equal to what? Cosine of angle theta less than or equal to 1. Then we have cosine of what? Of theta. This is equal to a half. This is within what? Within -1 less than or equal cosine of angle theta less than or equal to 1. A half is within this range. So, if that's the case, we say that the accuracy of the value of cosine theta that satisfying the condition is cosine of theta is equal to a half. Cosine of angle theta is equal to what? Half. Cosine of angle theta is equal to a half. That's the satisfying value of cosine of theta. Okay, so if that's the case, we say that cos of theta is equal to a half. That's the satisfying value. Okay, so then, so the fifth step, let us find out. Find value of sec theta. Value of sec theta. Remember that sec theta is the reciprocal of what? Of cosine of angle theta. So if that's the case, we say that this is equal to 1 cosine of angle theta, which satisfying the condition is a half. So if we take 1 over half, this is equal to 2. So ladies and gentlemen, so suppose that this is equation 2. Yeah, equation 2. Okay, equation 2. And then we have, so sec of theta is equal to 2. Suppose this is equation 3. Then you have what? Equation 4. Sec square theta minus what? Cos of theta of what? Over sec square theta plus cos of theta. So this is expression what? So this is expression 4. So let me do minor correction because we have sec square there. So if you square both sides, so sec square is equal to 4. So this is what? Question 3. So we go for the 6th step because we've been asked to compute expression 4. We say that substitute. Remember, this is an equation because there's a cosine, and this is an equation. But this is an expression, a trigonometric expression. So substitute equation what? 2 and the equation 3 into what? Into expression 4. So we say this will make sec square theta minus cos of theta over what? Sec square theta plus cos of theta. What sec square theta? Sec square theta it is 4 minus cos of theta it's a half divided. What is sec square theta? Sec square it is 4 plus cos theta, which is a half. 4 minus a half, it's 3.5. 4 plus a half, it's 4.5. So simply 3.5 over 4.5. So if you divide this 35 over 45, fraction to 7 out of 9. This is 7 out of 9. Therefore, sec square theta minus cos theta divided by 1. Sec square theta plus cos theta, this is equal to 7 over 9. 7 over 9. Okay, so that's the response for that question. The answer is 7 over 9. So ladies and gentlemen, now it's a time for me to leave the homework for you to solve problems about trigonometrical function successfully. So this is homework. You have to do this homework and submit it in the comment section. Homework 4, homework 3, and this is possibly example 9. This concept, you have to be careful when you are solving it. The question starts with it's known that 1 over tan x plus 1 over cot x is equal to 5 over 2. Find the value of cot x. That's the problem. It's known that 1 over tan x plus 1 over cot x is equal to 5 over 2. Find the value of cot x. Simple question. Very simple. Very simple question. There's no need even to write the concept. Very simple. This is a grading question. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of lecture series, which titled as trigonometrical functions. I thank God who have created me in his own image and likeness. And I thank God who have built teaching and the engineering mindset in my heart, in my soul, in my flesh, in my blood vessels and capillaries. And I thank God who have given the opportunity to join me in this fantastic lecture today. I would like to invite you to ask questions and give me feedback on the comment sections about how you enjoy our contents. And then at the same time, we'd like to welcome you to enjoy the beauty of our lecture 4, where I will teach you about the unit cycle and some other concepts about compound angle. I'll remind you about compound angle. I'll teach you new concepts about double angle and T formula. So join me in the next lecture, which will be lecture 4. Don't miss. Remember to subscribe into our channel. Remember to like and share our contents to millions of ordinary diploma students worldwide. And remember also to just share, okay? Yes, it means remember also to ask us questions. And remember also to think differently how you can apply this information to solve real-life problems. Mathematics is the queen of engineering. I thank God myself, I thank God who have called me to be electronics and telecommunication engineer of the present and future generation. This is the impact and this is the legacy I want to leave for the present and future generation. It's OLENJOLAI from the beautiful country Tanzania. I would like to bless you. I would like to ask God to bless you and protect you until we meet in the next lecture. Keep enjoying the beauty of trigonometry for ordinary diploma. That is all about basic engineering and scientific mathematics.